Welcome to PC Mac. In today's video, we are going to convert our Raspberry Pi into a network-wide ad blocker. For this practical, we are going to use AdGuard, and I'm using Raspberry Pi 4 with 8 GB of SD card and Raspberry Pi OS installed onto it. So let's go ahead and do it. First of all, let me just go ahead and take you to my website where I put all the links to this practical right here. Install AdGuard on Raspberry Pi. You can install it on any of the model you have. You just need to install the Raspberry Pi OS. The link is right here. Now what we need to do is we need to connect to our Raspberry Pi through SSH. So let me just go ahead and turn on my Pi. So the Pi is turned on. Now the first thing that we can go ahead and do is we need to check the IP address of our Raspberry Pi. You can follow any of the method. Like if you're using Windows, you can go ahead and use Angry IP Scanner or Wireless Network Watcher, or you can just go ahead and log into your router and you will find the IP for your Raspberry Pi. So let me just show you. So here is the attached device. So here is my Raspberry Pi on IP address 20. Let's just go ahead and connect to it using SSH. So we are logged into our Pi. Now let's go ahead and use the tutorial from here. So the first command that we need to use is sudo apt update. Mine is already updated, so it might take a moment. Now let's go ahead and upgrade the machine. Once the upgrade complete, then we will go ahead and do the full upgrade of our Raspberry Pi OS. So let's just go ahead and do that. Full upgrade, or you can just use the command full upgrade instead of upgrade. Now once it's done, then we are going to download the AdGuard from this command. So let's just go ahead and copy it and hit enter. This will download the AdGuard on our system, and here is the file name AdGuard home underscore Linux underscore arm.tar.gz. Now what we need to do, we need to extract this file. For that we just need to use this command tar xvf and then the file name. So we can use the file name from here. It's not taking it, so let's just go ahead and copy it from here and paste it here. So what this command will do, this will extract this file into here, AdGuard home. Now what we need to do, we can either remove this file if we don't have space in our Pi, or just leave it as it is. In my case, let's just go ahead and remove it. So we'll use the same command again and remove the initials with RM to remove. Now it's removed. What we need to do here, now we need to navigate to our AdGuard folder. So the name is AdGuard home. You can copy it from here. So we are inside the AdGuard home folder. Let's clear the screen. Now we are going to go ahead and install the AdGuard on our machine. So let's just go ahead and copy this command and paste it here. Now it's going to install AdGuard home on our system. And to know the IP address, if you are doing it from the Raspberry Pi, you can go ahead and use this command hostname -i, and you will get the IP address. Now what we need to do, we just going to use this IP address with :3000, the port number for AdGuard. So let's just go ahead and do that. 10.0.0.20:3000. Let's just try to use another web browser. Now let's just go ahead and restart our Pi. So the connection is closed and it will take some time to reboot the machine, and after that we will check the setup for our system. In between, let me just go ahead and show you what you need to do on your router. For that you need to go into your home. Your setup might be different. So inside internet we have the DNS settings. So right now my DNS setting is something else. So what you need to do is you need to click on use this DNS server and change your primary DNS to your add card. So 10.0.0.20, and in the secondary DNS you can use either Cloudflare DNS or you can use the Google DNS 8888 or 1.1.1 as per your choice. So let's just go ahead and click on apply to apply these changes to the router. In between I believe the system is also rebooted, the Raspberry Pi. Let's just go ahead and try to access. Now you can see the setup add card home is in front of you. What you have to do is click on get started, then leave these settings as it is, and it need a static IP address. And if you don't know how to set up the static IP address on Raspberry Pi, I will leave the link in the description. You can go ahead and check that from there. Now let's just go ahead and click next. Now you need to put the username and the password. So let's just go ahead and set up PC Mac and a password. Now click on next to setup, and here you can see if you want to use it on your router, you just need to select router, and the settings is also available here that I already showed you on my router. If you want to do it on Windows, it also give you the settings how you can set it up on your Windows machine or on Mac and Android, any other device that right here. So I'm going to set it up on router. So let's just go ahead and click on next and then click on open dashboard. Once you click on it, it will ask for your username and the password. So let's just go ahead and log in. So we are logged in and I already set our DNS. Now the traffic is moving through the Pi to my computer, and you can see two blocked filter. Let's just go ahead and visit ebay.com and check whether we are getting any ads or not. Let's just check one more website, filehippo.com, and all the ads are blocked, as you can see, recommended by. So you will see lots of ads here, but all are blocked, and we can see here in add card home and refresh the statics, and you can see 239 query block and 141 blocked by filters. You can see the settings and things here like the DNS settings and other settings. The filters are right here. DNS block list, you can update that. Right now it's on add card DNS filter, and here is the malware domain list. If you want, you can just check this one as well, and you can add your block list as well. If you have something to block, you can just go ahead and do it from here. Now you can see the filters. You can put in the allow list. You can go here and check the other settings as well, and if you want to see the setup guide again, you can just go ahead and use it from here. So you can see, and here are some more settings that you can use. If you want to block all the social media, you can just click on block all and everything will be blocked. And if you want to just allow some specific apps like Facebook or Twitter, let's just click on two things, YouTube and Facebook. Let's just disable YouTube first and see what happened when we go ahead and use youtube.com. So it's working right now. Let me just go ahead and save the settings. So Facebook is open, YouTube is blocked. So let's just go ahead and click on, hit enter again, try Facebook. Facebook is working. Let's go ahead and click on YouTube again. So it's working here, but when we go ahead and access on some other web browser like if any, and try to access YouTube here, and as you can see, problem loading. Let's try Facebook. So Facebook is working and YouTube is not, and also we have blocked other applications as well like Twitter. So let's just try Twitter as well. You can see it's also blocked. So by using this simple block all service, you can just go ahead and block every social media platform right from here. Let's just go ahead and click on unblock and save it again to check, and check here again. So let's try YouTube first. So YouTube start working. Let's try Twitter, and Twitter start working as well. So this is the way you can use this ad card server and block ads on your network, and also you can block specific websites through this ad card server, as I already showed you here. You can also use a custom list. Other options are also available. You can use them and share your thoughts in the comment section. So that's it for today. If you like my work, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell notification for my latest videos. Share this video with your family and friends. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day.